We sing of the city born from water, and of the shields borne aloft in its defense against the strife and gales of war. Venice, the lion city, at crossroads of east and west, arbiter of all the vast Mediterranean Sea and every tide that crests from the Levant to distant Spain, stands upon the precipice of glories without end, yet here lies threatened by the ruinous tempest of conflict, the consequences of avarice. From the decay of ancient forebears and the grim dangers of foreign invasion, the most serene Republic of Venice rose to greatness amid the wine-dark waters of tumult. In prodigious centuries since the founding of our city, the people erected lofty shrines of worship to glorify the Almighty Lord our God and His courageous evangelist Mark, made possible by crossing the wide seas to trade finest silks and spices at every end of the fair earth for the enrichment of their republic. In their wisdom, the creators of this exalted city ordained for their people a covenant by which they were to rule, not as masters, but as citizens, a republic made most just, prudent, and enduring. 7 centuries hence the birth of our divine Savior, fair Italy had long fallen to the vices of decline and frailty, and then to conquerors at last, and the roof of our master Constantinople no longer guarded her Byzantine dominion from the black rains of misfortune. For in this grave time of earth and twilight did the people of Venice resolve to shine. Just as when a wind-blown ship sets blindly along the sea while shadows mask the shore besides, as heavenly stars lie behind thick clouds and offer no solace to forlorn craft, yet then, breaking slow above the far horizon, the bright moon arises and teems a holy light along the waters, revealing to the weary ship a path across the bleak shadow of night, a ray of hope through fog and shade. Just so did the most serene republic ascend from the world's ceaseless chaos to bravely charge forward, far into the bright future. Since this dawn in ages gone, 7 centuries have passed, as now we grace the 1379th year of the Lord our Savior, this republic prospers still. Blessed all by the evangelist Mark, faithful and true, the Lion of Venice flies ever higher. His wings reach out from this pious city, across the long Adriatic, and into the ancient Aegean whose waves abound with time-worn glory. And further still his vessels sail to realms of foreign kings. Thereby does this empire of trade, a state of the sea, thrive. Yet, as when a ghastly vulture poaches the scraps of a mighty lion's meal, seeking to steal advantage from him who rightly earned it, so too did Venice earn the impious jealousy of the wicked city Genoa. For 5 generations, ere the dawn of this 15th century, have Venetians fought with great valor, dying to defend against this peril. For the fortunes of this city soar upon the winds of trade, their absence would herald blight. Yet in much time past and many lives brought low in service to the Republic, never had the cries of war entered our water-shielded home. Venice stands apart from the world of mainland discord and needs not for lofty walls of stone, for such harsh battlements conceal its beauty. But rather it is God's very seas that guarded this city since its consecration in the time of our ancestors. In centuries past, Venetian waters thwarted soldiers and ships alike, but alas, in this 4th conflict with that foe who hails from the hills of Liguria, so vicious is the swirling vulture that Venice herself now lies surrounded, outnumbered, hopeless. Threatened with the raging tempest of hostility that would tear the very stones of Venice apart and send its pious citizens down to the bitter depths, the excellence and ambition that advanced this republic of trade now mark its coming ruin. Ages of progress lost, generations of valor extinguished, centuries of devotion nullified. The loss of such a city, such beauty of spirit, promises to leave God's earth poorer in its empty wake. The unholy scourge of jealousy would inflict calamity upon this proud republic merely to reap from its riches. Can the souls of Venice join in arms to save their home, or will ruin claim at last the proud citizen's hearth? Hearken to this epic song whose verses we shall cry, for from this cross of fate and fortune, history unfolds. Thus concludes the opening of the Veneziad, which, thanks to the amazing support of this community, I will be recording as an audiobook here on the channel after everyone's copies of the book are printed and shipped. If you'd like to get a copy of the Veneziad for yourself and be the first to read it before I make the audiobook, you can head over to the Kickstarter link in the description, where it's available at a discount and with extra goodies for 2 more days. If you're listening after that, we'll have updated links for where you can buy it.